Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday, the best day of the week. We are starting off with this is an F. It is a heart chakra crystal singing bowl. This raises the frequency. And every week I say the same thing, and I'm going to say it again. It is imperative that we raise our frequency. The sun is sending us solar plasma energies, which raises the frequency, and we have to match that. We have to be able to absorb that energy. One of the main goals of this plasma energy is to eliminate spiritual attachments and demonic presences. So as we raise our frequency, we are releasing those and letting them go to wherever they're supposed to go. We raise our frequency to make our bodies be healthier. When your frequency is high, your body is healthy. When your frequency is low, your body is not healthy. It has dis-ease. In other words, uneasiness in the environment. So eat high frequency foods, drink high frequency beverages, which is pretty much water, maybe with a little lemon juice or a little lime juice in it, and maybe some Himalayan salt or some kind of, Redmond real salt. Throw some potassium in there, now you got electrolytes. All right, let's talk about Pick a Stack. We talked about high frequency. Seriously, it is imperative, you guys. Imperative. Today, in Pick a Stack, we have 3 decks. 2 are actually oracle decks, and 1 is a tarot deck. We have stack number 1, stack number 2, and stack number 3. And I highly encourage you to use your intuition because that is so important too. Use your intuition. Come up with whatever your idea, issue, or question is. And then, ask your spirit guides, ask your higher self. Whenever the frequency is high, I have a hard time talking. Like right now. Yesterday, couldn't hardly form a sentence yesterday. So we've got these 3 decks, and I want you to use your intuition as to which deck is for you. So again, talk to your spirit guides, talk to your angels, talk to your higher self. Which stack is for me, or which stacks are for me? Because maybe it's 1 and 2, or 2 and 3, or 1 and 3, or maybe it's all 3. I don't know. It's not up to me. I'm just a tool of the universe, baby. A tool of the universe. A fabulous tool of the universe. Just saying. We are who we make ourselves to be. I make myself to be fabulous. So, have you thought of your idea, issue, or question? Have you talked to your spirit guides about which stack is for you? Yeah? All right. Let's get started. I'm going to have some water. I already had my salt. Now I'm having lemon water. And my big snack for the day is pineapple. Why? Because parasites hate pineapple. So, you want to do like a parasite cleanse? Eat a frickin' pineapple. Not out of the can, a real pineapple. Eat a pineapple. I cut it up, put it in a bowl, and I munch on it all day long. Parasite cleanse. It's not rocket science, and you don't have to spend $800 to have somebody do a bunch of stuff to you or buy fancy products. You guys, it's all just gimmicks to get your money, okay? It doesn't necessarily get you healthy. It just takes your money. Buy a pineapple. All right, let's talk about the decks. If you chose stack number 1, you're going to get a reading from the Self-Love Oracle. That is Akal Pratam. If you chose stack number 2, you're going to get a reading from Wing, Hoof, and Paw, and that is Angie Sullins. These are baby animals. So they're going to talk to our inner child. And if you chose stack number 3, you are going to get a reading from the Spirit Song Tarot, and that is Paulina Cassidy. Now, each stack also has a crystal, and that will be part of the reading. Okay? All right. Let's get started. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. If you can't tell, the sun is shining just like it was yesterday. Oh, it was glorious. I sat out in the driveway a bunch of times until Althea started barking. Then we have to come in because she ruins it. Poor thing. She doesn't mean to ruin it. She just can't help herself. She loves yelling at people. Sometimes she's going, hey, hi, really loud, to somebody 2 blocks away. And sometimes she's yelling at the dog across the street because that dog doesn't have to be on a cable. She does. So she always yells at that dog. It's kind of hilarious. Ooh, I feel like it's this one. So today, as I was setting this up this morning, my guides always say what crystals, what decks, what fabric background. And they were like, keep it light, keep it light, keep it up here. Not necessarily high frequency, but let's just keep it light. So, interestingly, your card is called Celebrate Life. Stack number 1's card is Celebrate Life. Look at all the gold in this. Now, this is the solar plexus. Solar plexus is your center, it's right here. It's your center of joy and self-worth and self-esteem. This is where a lot of us have issues because we've been brought up in a society with families and churches and schools and whatever that says you're not enough. Or you're too much. In other words, you don't fit in the box we want you to fit in. Okay, so we carry that in our solar plexus. You're not enough. Or you're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too tall, you're too short, you're too light skinned, too dark skinned, too female, too male, too blah, blah, blah. No. You are exactly perfect, exactly as you are right now. And this is saying, let's celebrate that. Look at how sparkly it is. Sparkly. So we're going to add to that. Now, I haven't even gotten to the reading yet, but we're going to add to that your crystal, which is this beautiful Aura rose quartz. So this is a chunk of rose quartz. It's raw on the sides here. Then they trimmed it to a point. And then they treated it. They treated it so it has that iridescence. So this stone is all about strength and love. This is total heart chakra. This is love, like not just of your mate, but of yourself, your environment, the world. I love the world. I love the dragonflies. I love the bees. I love the birds. I love the deer. I love my dogs. I love the plants and rocks in my home. And I love me. This is feeling the, okay, this is what my guys just said. Feeling the energy field of love, because the energy field of love is everywhere. And our job is to feel it and to be one with it. Instead of what's happened in the past, we had the energy field of victimhood. Well, let's be done with that. Let's be done with the victimhood. Let's feel the energy field of love. And let's see what, ooh, this is card number 12. It's a good number. I have to wear my glasses because this is a tiny print for me. Enjoy your life now with new rituals and experiences. Right now, in this very moment, it is time to drop all your guilt, your shame, and your blame. This comes as a reminder to thoroughly celebrate life itself and, most importantly, include the one and only you. There are many ways you can celebrate your life, but one way is to create new rituals around food. It's kind of funny because I'm hungry. A feast is not necessarily the best way to celebrate your life, especially if you want to experience healthy longevity. Feasting can put a big load on your Agni, digestive fire, and might cause overheating or stagnancy. Eating lightly and occasionally fasting is a creative way to celebrate your life and improving your health. So one of the things that you can do, it's an easy way to start with the light fasting, is just tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to eat for 12 hours a day. That's half your day. So stop eating at like 8 o'clock at night and don't eat until 8 o'clock in the morning. And what I've discovered by doing that is in the morning, I'm not as hungry as I used to think I was. I ate because it was time to eat. And I have the same thing in the evening now. Like, okay, I close my shop, I do whatever I have to do, blah, blah, blah. I go in the kitchen, I make the dogs food because they want to eat. And then I automatically make my dinner. And lately it's like, but I'm not actually hungry right now. So I'm going to wait a while. I'll eat when I'm hungry. And then I just eat something light. So what this is saying, and it's, because it's solar plexus, which is right down here where your digestion is, it's saying celebrate your life by eating the right things and drinking the right things, but also paying attention to the quantity and the time. And I'm going to add, pay attention to the emotions that you're feeling while you're craving the food or while you're eating the food. Are you just making your mouth happy? Because sometimes it's all about the taste. I really want something that tastes like whatever. Sometimes it's emotional. I'm feeling sad, and what's my go-to sad food? Potato chips. So I'm going to eat a bag of potato chips. Food is like a drug. Actually, food is medicine. Healthy food is medicine. So pay attention to what you're eating, how much you're eating, why you're eating it, and what time you're eating it. If you start doing the 12-hour like mini fast, you're going to notice that you're not as hungry in the morning as you thought you were. And please put down the cereal and the Pop-Tarts because they are just so bad for us. Oh, I wish I could go back in time and take away all the cereal and the Pop-Tarts that I've eaten in my life. What's good to eat? What makes you happy? I love eggs. Love eggs. I love bacon. Eggs and bacon. And the cool thing is with eggs, I can make them 10 different ways. Right now, I like them scrambled in butter and rosemary. And the rosemary is really good on the bacon too. Just saying. The cool thing is there's no carbs in eggs and there's no carbs in bacon. It's healthy. Your body needs that healthy fat. Your brain needs cholesterol. That's what your brain runs on, is cholesterol. That's why they want us on all these anti-cholesterol meds. A lot of people don't know that. Look it up. That was stack number 1. You've got Aura Rose Quartz for your heart. You've got self-love for your solar plexus. I actually have one of these singing bowls. It's High Heart, and it's in my bedroom. And so before I go to bed at night, I play it a little bit, and then when I wake up in the morning, I play it a little bit again, because it helps me with the transition from whatever world I was in while I was sleeping to this world. It's awesome. All right, let's do stack number 2. If you chose stack number 2, you are going to get a reading from Wing, Hoof, and Paw, the baby animals, talking to our inner child. And our inner child needs some attention often. But we tend to be so busy that we forget. And it's like, hey, inner child. Hey, inner me. I'm going to give you a hug. I visualize. There's an image of me in my head on my first day of kindergarten in Minneapolis. And I was dressed to the nines. I had on my new patent leather shoes and these little white tights and this cute little dress. And my mom did my hair. She curled it all up and I looked so adorable. And, you know, having your picture taken outside in the sun on your first day of kindergarten, it was so exciting. That's the inner child that I see. And I periodically tell her, it's going to be okay. All the hopes and dreams that we had that haven't come true, it's okay. Just means those weren't meant to be. They were fun to think about. We are where we are, when we are, and we're meant to be here. So we can't have resentment about it. So interestingly, the card that popped out is the octopus. And this is card number 7, and it says creative problem solving. There's a little crown on that octopus. You see that? A little crown. Creative problem solving. Now, what crystal goes with this? Amethyst. But it's in this form. This just screamed at me, I want to be in the video. I'm like, okay. This is, I call them dragon horns, but this is actually a buffalo horn. And it is loaded with beautiful amethyst points. I make these. I ask my guides, and I ask the guide of the buffalo while I'm working on it, how do you want to look? And this one was like, Cosmos. So, Cosmos it is. I painted that all up. Glitterified it. I bedazzled it. We got some feathers. We got the moon and a star. Amethyst. What is amethyst good for? Well, just like rose quartz, which is from the quartz family, amethyst is from the quartz family. High frequency. Amethyst is good for third eye and crown chakra and soul star chakra. It's our connection out here. It brings in high frequency. Also, it is a master healer. If you've ever heard of adaptogens are like certain kinds of mushrooms where once you ingest it, that type of mushroom goes where it's needed. It like changes itself into whatever it is you need. Well, amethyst is kind of the same way. It's like an adaptogen. You need healing in your shoulder. It will help heal your shoulder. You need healing in your gallbladder. It will help heal your gallbladder. So it is a master healer. You need healing with your emotions because let's say you just had a breakup, it will help you with that. It's like this master of everything. Jack of all trades. And, you know, like I said, I make these and I just love how these turn out. Like, this is just amazing with all those points. So, that's your crystal. Let's talk about your card. Card number 7. Your genius is much greater than you know. Just like Octopus has millions of ways to problem solve and uses her 8 tentacles in endlessly creative ways, you too have access to a genius that far surpasses logical understanding. If you've ever watched Octopus, you know she can use her tentacles as legs to walk across the ocean floor. She can disguise herself to distract predators. She can even shapeshift into a tiny box to hide, and then unlock herself and crawl back out. Her unique approach to problem solving and creative thinking is here to encourage you not to be limited by your own thoughts of can or can't. The little one inside knows they are limitless. Remember what I said about my first day of kindergarten self? Full of hope, full of promise, full of excitement. Like, it's a whole new world out there, and I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna go for it. Your little one acted like it before the adults of the world, and eventually their own thoughts told them what they can and can't do. Yet, just like Octopus, the little one within you has connection to original genius that will allow you to surpass your preconceived limitations. Go ahead, think outside the box and surprise yourself. Think outside the box. Stop limiting yourself by those, I can't do that. What would people say? Pfft, screw them. Who cares what people would say? Does it make you happy? Then do it. You can't have that thought, that limiting thought of what will people think? What will people say? You know what? Wear the bikini. Who gives a crap? Wear the crazy hippie clothes. I've had people come to me and say, "You're so brave to wear that." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I just don't care what you think about what I wear," which is why I can wear 5 necklaces and a crown if I want, and leopard print, and people are like, "Oh, you should dress your own age." I don't think so. I've met people my age. I don't want to dress like that. I want to dress like me. I wear whatever shoes I want. I wear whatever clothes I want. I wear whatever jewelry I want, and usually lots of it, because it makes me happy. You know, a couple years ago, I had my face painted at an event, and I went to Walmart on the way home, and I did my shopping, and it was gorgeous. It was this beautiful wolf. She did an amazing job. And I didn't have any kids with me, and people were looking at me like, and one lady actually had the audacity to come up to me and say, "Why are you wearing that?" And I said, "'Cause?" She's like, "Well, do you have kids with you?" And I said, "No." Like, the math didn't work in her head. The funniest part was I mowed the lawn after I got home, and I left the face paint on, and people were honking at me, and I'm waving like, "Hey, I'm right on Main Street. I don't care if you don't like the fact that I have a wolf painted on my face. If you don't like it, that's on you. It is not on me. If you don't like the fact that I dress like a hippie, that's on you. It's not on me." And that's what we all have to do. We have to go to that place, thinking outside the box. Like, if somebody judges you, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. So you stop judging and then don't care about how others judge you. Really, just don't give a crap, because it literally means nothing. Oof. Got me all riled up. I love it. By the way, do you like my goblet? Renaissance Festival, 1985. I started going to the Renaissance in 1975. I really want a goblet from 1975. Always on the lookout for one. Because back in the day, that wasn't on my list of things to get when I was there. That was back when the Renaissance Festival was magical. It was so different and new. Just like that first day of kindergarten. Now it's like, it's not as magical. It's totally lost its magic. Now it's just a costume show. When you go to the Renaissance Festival and you see Batman, something ain't right. Just saying. That was for stack number 2. Stack number 3, you are going to get a reading from the Spirit Song Tarot. Remember what I said earlier, this is all about lightness. So, your stone is this beautiful melon calcite. La, blue by the light. Oh, look at that. It's on fire. Isn't that beautiful? Melon calcite. Gee, guess what chakra is good for? Heart chakra. Remember, we're being light today. And it's not the deep green like of a malachite. It's that light, almost translucent green of the calcite. And there's so much going on here. Like, there's all these lines. You see all the layers? I don't know if you can hear that, but Althea is barking. She's in the house. The neighbors are doing something, which is right next to the kitchen where Althea is. I'm thinking we might need that card. Okay, there's 3 that came out, and my guide said those are the 3. All right. So we're going to do these 3. So we've got heart chakra. We've got lightness. Lightness of being. Tread lightly. There's all these different, love and light. There's all these different sayings. This is about lightness. We need to be light. And that can mean physically, as in heavy versus light, or it can mean be the light, like up here. Isn't that great? Look at that. That's just awesome. Thank you, grandfather's son. So we're going to add to that these 3 cards. Wow. King of Fire. King of Fire or King of Wands. This is the king of passion. He's the one that's going to get stuff done. He's the one that people look up to. We're going to add a second card, which is the 4 of feathers. Remember when I was talking about lightness? So now we have feathers. And it's represented in this deck by this sleeping bear. The 4 of feathers. The 4, which is Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit. So I had a massage and a healing yesterday. And as a result, I literally didn't want to do anything the whole rest of the day. I got upgraded. I'm like, it's not that I don't have energy to do anything. I don't have the motivation to do anything. I'm not supposed to do anything. I'm supposed to rest. And as the sun brings in these solar plasma energies, and the planets are in a certain alignment, and we've got meteor showers, and we've got all these things that are going on cosmically out there, our job is to rest. Our job for ourselves is to rest, to take in these energies, and then to just chill. Go, okay, I am so grateful. Thank you, Grandfather Sun. Thank you, all my spirit guides. Thank you to all the angels, working for the light. Thank you for everything today. And thank you for helping me have a good rest, so I can absorb all this and do whatever it is I need to do with these energies. So 4 of feathers, light as a feather. We're going to add a third card, which is the 10 of feathers. We're literally going from a 4 of feathers to a 10 of feathers. And that shows a progression. We're the sleeping bear now, but we really, really, like as the next few months go on, I'm looking like till the end of the year, we really need to pay attention to getting that rest. Like, yeah, there's things that can be done. There's things that should be done. But make sure as these energies get more and more intense, which they are going to, okay, you guys, we're stepping up and up and up. I've been saying this for the last several years. We were like doing this. Well, now we're doing this. Make sure you're paying attention to the patterns of you and to the patterns of the sun. And if you feel like you need rest, make sure it gets into your schedule. Okay? You probably have things to do, a job, kids, grandkids, whatever, but make sure there's time for you in there. And if that means taking a long hot bath, then do that. If it means sitting on a beach at the lake, then do that. What makes your soul happy? What brings you rest? Like that true rest. Last night for me, it was snuggling with my little puppy. Till he got down. He didn't want to snuggle anymore. He snuggled with his big sister. That's okay. I snuggled with a blankie. But it's that whole snuggling thing. Just feeling very comfortable where you're at. I may have watched an episode of Farscape too, which that makes me happy. So we've got this King of Acorns bringing in all this fire. What's the sun doing? Bringing in all this fire. We need to rest. And we're going to need to rest even more. We're going from the 4 to the 10. Rest is so, so, so important. Using our intuition is so, so, so important. Developing a relationship between this consciousness here in this physical body and my highest self, my angels from the light, God, Creator, great I am, great Spirit. That's what we need to be working on. Don't worry about what's going on in the 3D world over here. If you are paying close attention, like every day, all the time, to what's going on in the 3D world, that means you're stuck in the 3D world. I really don't care. It seeps in once in a while when somebody tells me something and I go, okay, yep. And in my head, I'm like, I do not absorb any of that. Nope, that is not part of me. I don't want to be part of it. I can be the neutral observer of it all and go, yes, I see what's happening, but I don't have to get sucked into it. And when you don't get sucked into it, you keep your frequency high because the whole purpose of all that stuff out there is to lower your frequency. So don't let it. Go hug a tree. Go play with your pet. Go stand barefoot in the sand or the grass or the dirt. Go take a bath. Go sit in a lake or a river or on your kayak. Whatever makes you happy. Go harvest. Oh, it's a good harvest season. Harvest things out of your garden or weeds. I harvested some sumac the other day. Stuff's awesome. Put a little sumac in your cup, add some hot water. You can put a little honey in there if you want, but it's like lemonade. There's your high frequency for the day. I love you guys, and I am sending my love to you. I'm also sending blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things. Because I know you're worthy, and I know you deserve them all. So get in receive mode. Mwah. Namaste.